What's up, everyone? This is NinjaDeathStrike bringing you another Wi-Fi battle against a guy I met on the Maryland forums. So he's going to be using a Sandstorm team. I'm going to be using a team that I just put together, and let's see how it goes. He leads with Hippo. He gets a sand up right away. That's fine. I'm just going to substitute with Gengar and scout him. Unsurprisingly, he goes for his rocks. That's pretty standard procedure. And now I'm going to go with Focus Blast on this next move because he has quite a few fighting weak Pokemon. His only one who's not going to be affected by fighting is Gengar, and I'm behind a sub, so he can't go to that. He goes to Ferrothorn. I go with Focus Blast. His Ferrothorn's level 99 for whatever reason. It doesn't matter because it takes a Focus Blast to the face and dies immediately. So I'm up 6-5 right away. That's nice. And in comes his Heatran. Unfortunately, this Focus Blast is going to miss. He's going to go for Flamethrower, and I'm going to get to use one of the new tricks I have on this Gengar. I'm going to disable him. For those of you who don't know, disable in Gen 5, the accuracy has been increased to 100%. And so I disable his Flamethrower, and now Heatran doesn't have a stab move, which is very nice for me. I'm going to substitute again just to see what his other move is, and it turns out to be Dragon Pulse. So on the next turn, I'm going to go to Rotom because I'm pretty sure that Rotom can take a Dragon Pulse without very much problem. So I switch into Rotom right here, and he Dragon Pulses again. And you'll see that that crit I got on Ferrothorn before the Hacks gods equal it out. I take a crit here, and now Rotom's pretty much useless. Luckily, he doesn't die. I live with 9 HP, and I'm going to get 1 attack. So I just go for my strongest move, Hydro Pump. I don't care what he brings in. I just want to hurt something before the sand kills me. Rotom dies to the sand. He brings in a Cradily, and I'm going to go out to my Terrakion. This is my Double Dance Terrakion. It knows Rock Polish and Swords Dance, and I predict him to go to Gengar here, so I'm going to Rock Polish. And he does that, I Rock Polish, and now I'm faster than it. So I'm going to hit it with a Stone Edge and hopefully kill it. But for whatever reason, this Gengar does not take nearly as much damage as I expected it to. And he Shadow Balls me, breaking my balloon. I'm going to go for Stone Edge again here. I don't want to over-predict. And in comes Hippo, who's going to take absolutely nothing from this attack. Look at that. It does no damage. Earthquake is fairly obvious here, so I'm going to switch out and go into my Ferrothorn. And that's what he does. He Earthquakes. I expected Ferrothorn to take this a lot better than he actually did. It does almost half. I was surprised how much damage that did. But I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks here as he switches out to his Heatran. And I get my rocks up, which is really the only thing that I wanted to do with Ferrothorn. Now I'm just going to protect for a little bit of extra leftovers recovery as he goes for Flamethrower. I was worried that he might have Substitute, but I guess he doesn't, or he chose not to use it. So I switch out. I go into my Espeon just because it's really the only thing that I can afford to have take damage. And I just want to pop Heatran's balloon at this point so I can threaten it with Mamoswine. But he gets a crit, and Espeon dies before it does anything. So that was very unfortunate. I have to go into Gengar, and I expect him to switch out here, not wanting to take a Focus Blast. So I'm going to Shadow Ball, and he brings his Gengar in, which is awesome for me because Gengar dies, and now Terrakion and my Mamoswine both outspeed the rest of his team. So at this point, I'm in a really good position. The only thing I really have to worry about now is Heatran. And here it's going to come back in. I'm going to Focus Blast it, and I'm going to get a crit. I'm not sure if this mattered. It would have done a ton of damage regardless, and I would have still been faster than it the next turn. So, I mean, it sucks that it happened, but I think it didn't make that much of a difference. He's going to go out to Aggron now, and I'm just going to substitute. I don't know what kind of set this is. I probably should have just attacked right off the bat, but I wanted to try and scout him. He goes for Fire Punch. Not sure what he was thinking there, but that's fine. I'm just going to attack now. Gengar has done his job. I'm just going to leave him in until he dies. And I'm going to go for Focus Blast. In comes Cradily, and even with the special defense boost that rock types get in the Sandstorm, it's not going to save him from Gengar. Uh, he's just cleaning up this game. So he takes out another of this guy's Pokemon, and in comes Hippowdon. Again, I'm just going to attack. All I'm trying to do now is get as much damage in as I can before Gengar goes down. And Shadow Ball does nothing to Hippowdon. I was really impressed with how bulky that thing is. It just recovers off the damage like nothing happened. I did get the special defense drop though, so that's going to force him to switch out. I don't want to risk a Focus Blast miss, so I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball again as Aggron comes in. It's not going to do a whole lot, but you know, whatever. I don't care at this point. Gengar's done more than enough to help me win, and I'm just going to leave him in. He's going to get one more attack in here before Aggron finally takes him down, but he definitely wrecked this guy's team, so I couldn't be happier with his performance this match. Hopefully he'll keep it up. But down he goes, and in comes Terrakion just to threaten this thing. I'm going to go for close combat, not wanting to overpredict, and Hippowdon's going to take a fair amount of damage, but nothing that he can't just slack off. And so I'm going to go for Sword Stance just in case he decides to slack off. If he does that, I'm going to be sitting at +2 attack, and my next attack is going to do a ton of damage. But he doesn't do that. He Earthquakes me, just finishes off Terrakion, which is fine. I didn't really need him because I still have Dozer, my Mamoswine. So in comes Dozer, and it's time for him to just clean up. He's got super effective stab on both of these guys. I go for an Icicle Crash here, and Hippowdon lives. I could not believe it survived that attack, but it flinches, luckily for me, so it doesn't actually get to attack, but I couldn't believe that it survived a super effective stab attack coming off of my Mamoswine. Anyhow, I finish it off with Life Shard. In comes Aggron. It's his last guy. He's 4 times weak to Earthquake, so at this point, it's just good game. I'm really impressed with how well this team worked, and I'm going to be posting some more videos with it hopefully soon. Thanks for watching, guys.